Hey everyone, this is Fatal Hakaraja Rave, and I'm here with my recap review of Barry season number 3, episode number 8, which is the season 3 finale. And this episode, like, wow. It was like, what, 28 to 29 minutes long, but so much happened. And the show, as far as I can tell, has been renewed for season number 4. So yeah, Barry is coming back, and wow, just such, this episode. Anyway, so, because Barry got poisoned like 2 episodes ago, he's still recovering. And episode number 8 opens up with Barry still having that hallucination where he's on the beach with all the people that he ended up killing. And then he notices that Jean and Sally are there, and that prompts him to wake up in the hospital, and he just walks away and he comes back home. His roommates aren't there, and however, who is there is Sally. And yeah, after everything that Sally has been through, she has basically lost everything. And Sally is like, you know what, Barry? Remember when you told me that you would do something psychologically damaging to my to that Banshee CEO or whatnot? I forgot her name, but yeah, Barry is like, yeah, I remember. She's like, I want you to do all of that, but I want you to do that to Natalie, especially because Natalie ended up posting a recording of Sally basically verbally attacking her. And Barry is like, no, Sally, you do not want to go down this route. It will ruin you. It will change you. And yeah, Sally is like, nah, you know what? I really don't care. You have to do this to me. You have to do this for me. And then we cut to Jean, and Jean is still working with the woman that he ended basically, yeah, blacklisting. She was blacklisted because of Jean, but Jean is trying to redeem himself. And they're talking to a producer, I guess, and the producer wants to create this new reality competition show where a kid gets the opportunity to perform at a grand stage or whatnot. I don't necessarily remember what it was. But yeah, as all of them are talking, this is where Jean gets a call from Janice's dad. And Janice's dad is like, you know what, Jean? I want to talk to you right now. And Jean is like, I'm busy. And he's like, no, I want to talk to you right now. It's going to take you 17 minutes to come to my house with traffic. I want you here right now. So we cut to Fuchs, and Fuchs is still being interrogated. Albert ended up interrogating Fuchs in the previous episode, and Albert realized what Barry was up to. And yeah, Albert is off on his own, so Fuchs is still being interrogated. He's being interrogated by that woman police officer, and she's like, are you the Raven and whatnot? And he's like, you know what? I would like my lawyer now. And yeah, she's trying to contact Albert, but Albert, I guess, isn't necessarily picking up his calls. And she's like, you know what? I really wish I knew what Albert ended up talking to Fuchs, because while Albert was talking to Fuchs in the previous episode, the cameras were off. And I'm like, you could have turned the cameras on, you know? But it is what it is. So Fuchs is in prison, finally. And yeah, in order to protect himself, because Fuchs is always looking out for his own survival, in order to protect himself, Fuchs is really leaning into that Raven persona. And he's like, you know what? I'm the Raven. So I guess he's going to use that cachet in order to protect himself in jail or something. I'm not really sure. So we got to Jean and Janice's dad, and yeah, Janice's dad ends up interrogating Jean, and this is a very, very well written scene where Janice's dad is like, did you love Janice? Did you love Janice? And yeah, Jean is like, yeah, I did. And then he's like, do you love Barry? Do you love Barry? And Jean is like, no, I don't love Barry. And that's why Janice's dad is like, if you love Janice, but you don't love Barry, and Barry didn't love Janice, then why the heck are you protecting Barry? A very, very well acted, well written scene, which basically showed Jean breaking under all of the pressure. So we cut to Sally and Barry in Barry's room, and this is where Barry is trying to reason with her. Barry is like, you know what, Sally, you don't want to go down that dark path. It's going to ruin you. It has already ruined me, and I'm scared. I know what awaits me after death, and I don't want to go there. I'm scared. And I'm like, oh, Barry, oh. Yeah, he has to answer for his crimes, even if he feels bad about what's going to happen to him after he's dead. So as these two are talking, this is where one of those motorcycle men comes in that were pursuing Barry, and yeah, he ends up knocking Barry right out. And then this scene, wow, this man, not only he doesn't go to attack an unconscious Barry. No, he aims his attention at Sally, and he ends up beating Sally and hitting Sally, and he tries to strangle her. And I'm like, Sally, get up! Will she be able to fight him off? And she looks to her side, and yeah, Barry is still down. And I'm like, Sally, you're on your own. But it works. There's this knife lying around, and Sally just stabs the guy with the knife right behind his ear, and I don't want to show that scene to you on YouTube, but wow. And Sally, because all of the pent up frustration that's already inside of her, she gets up, she picks up a baseball bat, and she starts attacking the guy with a baseball bat. And in a sense, after everything that Sally has gone through, I guess beating this guy to death is basically kind of cathartic, I guess, a bit therapeutic. But yeah, Barry wakes up and Barry's like, Sally, what the heck are you doing? What the heck are you doing? And Sally, understandably, is in shock. And this is another very, very well acted scene where Barry is trying to tell Sally that none of this is her fault, and he's the one who did it. He's the one who did it. And Barry wants to make her understand that he keeps on saying that I did this, and Sally's like, no, I did this, I did it. A very, very well acted scene. And yeah, Barry just wants her to go home, wash off, and forget that she was ever here, and that he'll handle all of this. So Sally leaves. And then we cut to Hank, and yeah, Hank is in prison. He's being held captive, and he ends up listening to his guys, Akmal and the other guy, trying to run away, and then getting attacked, and then getting eaten by this weird animalistic beast type thingy. And now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I really think that all of this is basically inside his own head. I don't think that any of this is real. I don't think that Akmal and the rest are there. I don't think that they end up getting eaten by a beast. And as the beast is trying to make its way to Hank by breaking down the wall, this is where Hank musters up all of his courage. And Hank is like, you know what? I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. And again, well acted scenes across the episode. So he ends up breaking free of the handcuffs and he picks up a gun. And yeah, this is where he's like, you know what? I'm not letting the beast get to me, and I'm just going to break away. I need to do this. And again, I think that all of this is happening in his head. There is no weird giant beast attacking Hank. So he is able to get a gun from one of the guards by knocking the guard down, and then he decides to walk out of his cell, and yeah, he realizes that he's actually in Cristobal's house. And yeah, he ends up witnessing a very, very disturbing scene. He basically, let me remember. Okay, yeah. So at first he walks past Cristobal's family picture. We have Elena on there and their 2 children. And as he's walking, he notices that Cristobal's wife is basically trying to use some sort of electrotherapy in order to cure his queerness. It's basically electrical conversion therapy, electroshock conversion therapy, and it is it's just bad. It's disturbing. It's bad. So yeah, Elaine is trying to get Cristobal to find her sexy, find her sexually appealing, and while all of that is happening, Hank walks in, he shoots Cristobal's wife, he shoots Gustav, I think his name is Gustav, and he ends up being reunited by Cristobal, and Cristobal has been through a lot. Cristobal isn't even able to say anything to Hank, but yeah, Hank is just happy that he's reunited with his lover, boyfriend / husband, whatever you want to call it. And then we get a scene where both of them hug each other, and again, a well acted scene where Hank realizes that what he has done, and it's just good. And I think that in season number 4 we might end up seeing Cristobal and Hank running the drug business as a couple. I'm not really sure. Let's see. And maybe Hank is going to try and be friendly towards Cristobal's kids. Who knows? It could be interesting. So moving on. Barry is disposing the motorcycle guy's body, and as he's doing that, Albert walks into the scene, and Albert is like, "Okay, Barry, I need answers. Why did you kill Chris? What are you involved in? What is happening, Barry? I need answers." And again, Bill Hader, the way he acted the scene, just wow. My recap reviews it's not going to do justice to how well this episode was acted and how well it was written. I really implore that you go and watch it yourself. And yeah, Barry just has a full-on panic attack. He just breaks down in front of Albert, and just wow. Because Albert is like, Barry, you're not evil. I have seen evil and you are not evil. And I have a daughter. She's like 8 or 9 years old, and I wouldn't have had her if you hadn't saved me. And Albert is like, you know what, Barry, I want to help you. I really want to help you, dude, but this has to stop. All of this has to stop starting now. And after saying that, Albert walks away. And yeah, but Barry ends up getting a bit of forgiveness from Albert, and he also gets a second chance in his life. But yeah, things don't necessarily work out the way he has planned. So Sally ends up talking to Barry, and they're talking about running away. And Sally is like, "Where are we gonna run away?" And Barry's like, "Just pick a place, okay?" And Barry's like, "I love you." Sally's like, "I love you too." And then we see Sally basically, I guess she heads back to Joplin. I'm not really sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, as Barry is making his way towards Sally, and I also think that Barry doesn't necessarily know that Sally is in Joplin, right? Sally has basically ran away. She ran away. So as he's driving, he gets a call from Janice's dad, and Janice's dad is like, "You know what? I want to meet you. I want to meet you right now. I ended up talking to Jean. I know what actually happened and all of that stuff." So yeah, Barry is like, "Oh, okay. So this is another situation I have to handle." And then he ends up calling Jean, and Jean is like, "Oh, Barry, Janice's dad knows everything. I'm in trouble. He's going to take everything that I've built. He's going to ruin me, and I can't have that. I'm going to go and kill Janice's dad." And Barry's like, no, you can't do that. So Barry rushes towards Jean, and yeah, Jean is just sitting. He's just waiting outside Janice's dad's house with a gun, and Barry stops him. He's like, "Jean, what the heck are you doing, Mr. Kuzno? You just can't go walk into Janice's dad's house and shoot him." And Jean is like, I'm running out of options, okay? I don't know what else to do. You do it, Barry, you do it." And yeah, he tells Jean to walk away. So Barry picks up a gun. He walks into the house, ready to shoot Janice's dad. And I'm like, Barry, really? Especially after what Albert just said. But yeah, before he can shoot Janice's dad, Barry gets arrested. It's all part of a plan, and Jean is involved as well. And yeah, again, just wow, this finale, very powerful, very powerful. And then we get the scene where Jean comes into focus on the screen, and the look of defeat and pain and hurt on Barry's face. Oh, Bill Hader. Oh, wow. And then we get the scene where Bill. Then we get a scene where Barry is being taken away to jail, and he walks past Jean, and the look of satisfaction on Jean's face. And then the episode basically ends with Janice's dad basically getting his closure, and we get a picture of Janice over here. And yeah, this is where the episode ends. So I guess Barry is going to go to jail. I think he's going to stand trial, and maybe Kuzno and Barry will meet. Not Kuzno, my bad. Fuchs and Barry will meet in jail. Who knows? Maybe that will happen. Maybe Cristobal and Hank will come up with a plan to help Barry run away to Mexico. Who knows? But yeah, that was Barry season number 3, episode number 8, the finale. A well-acted, well-written, powerful season finale. Let me know what you thought down in the comment section below. And until next time, stay happy, stay safe, stay blessed. See you guys later.